Guten Abend miteinander. Ich nehme schnell das Mikrofon ab. Herzlich willkommen zum wiederkehrenden Livetalk, den wir jedes Jahr haben im Winterkino. Jetzt sind wir schon 2019, seit x Jahren machen wir das. Und ich freue mich sehr, dass wir heute wieder zwei hochkarätige Gäste einladen können. Es ist ihr habt es gesehen im Trailer, es ist der Russell Balogh und Charlotte Louise Baker. Einen herzlichen Applaus für die zwei Gäste. A warm welcome to you. Ich mache den Live-Talk, für die noch nie da waren, ich mache den Live-Talk immer in Englisch und wahrscheinlich etwas übersetzen, aber die meisten Leute verstehen ja Englisch und sie verstehen wenig Deutsch, ein bisschen Spanisch. Podemos hablar español también, aber we do it in English. So, starten wir. Russell and Charlotte, it's great to have you here. First question to you. We have about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. First question is how did you step into the movie world? You know, the first movie you have done. How did you become an actor or stuntman or both?
Well, firstly, hello Switzerland. Thank you very much for having us today. It's a real pleasure to be here. I wish I could see you all, but these lights are so bright I can't see anything. So for me, my first involvement in film was probably about 10 years ago. Was a film, Captain America, the First Avenger, which I think was the second one of the Marvel series after Iron Man. And a friend of mine who was working on the production, he said to me, listen, they're looking for bigger guys to be these super soldiers, these Hydra soldiers. And so I went along and I got involved in the day and had the most amazing time. And I thought to myself, this is what I want to do. I want to work in TV and film full time. I want this to be my career. I'd always been very sporty when I was younger, very physical, and I decided, look, I want to be a stuntman. You know, I want to work in TV and film. I want to use my physicality, and I started training for the stunt register, and the rest is history. I've gone on to do acting and stunts and doubling for actors and all sorts. So that's in brief my history.
So Captain America was the first movie after?
Yeah, that was the first one that I was involved with, yeah.
Charlotte, your first steps?
So originally, oh my God, hear my own voice on this mic is terrifying. So originally I was a model, and then I can't actually remember what it was. I got into a small student film and they just said, oh, we need someone to actually play a model in a film. So I did that, which I actually never saw the footage of, thankfully. And then I did a little bit of background work. I did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay.
It was just,
cool.
just a little bit of background, and I thought, this is quite cool. This is something I could get into. And at that point, they actually had some creatures and stuff on there. I was like, oh, that's amazing. I'd love to do that one day. But and then after a while, I did like a small dancing part in Cinderella. I had a little feature bit in Game of Thrones. And then all of a sudden, this mysterious casting comes along, and that happened to be Star Wars, and then here we are. So
that's cool. Star Wars. We'll speak a little bit later about it. Also gesagt, Captain America, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland is auch noch ein Film. But you see each other first time, so you know each other. That's cool. I didn't know that before, but that's cool. So you see each other on a movie set, first time.
Yeah, I mean, TV and film in the UK, it's quite a small industry, so you tend to kind of work with people quite often, and me and Charlotte, we've worked together a couple of times before, so we just happened to kind of speak to each other and find out that we were both going to be here today, so that's
good.
Pretty cool.
We actually haven't seen each other for about a year, no, longer.
Yeah, I think the last time we worked together was probably maybe 18 months, 2 years ago. But it's
on a set.
Yeah, on set, cool. Yeah.
Cool.
But as you said, it's quite a small industry, so you come across the same people quite often.
Yeah, that's interesting. So Russell, you have done, that was an interesting question for me from the beginning on. You have done Batman. You have been the body double for Ben Affleck and have done some stunts. How amazing is it to be Batman in a batsuit? I would like to do it. I'm a little bit too small, but otherwise I could maybe.
I was very lucky actually, because Ben Affleck has his own stunt double. A good friend of mine and excellent stuntman, Richard Citrone. Yeah. Richard had been the stunt double for Ben on Batman vs Superman, and had gone on to do the Justice League movie. And the reshoots came up on Justice League. There was a bigger schedule or a longer schedule than they planned, and Richard couldn't do the whole of the extra reshoots. So I was very lucky. I got a chance to be the stunt double in the Batman suit. It was an amazing experience. I mean, like many kind of young boys growing up, you know, Batman and Superman were, you know, two of my kind of idols and heroes, and so it was all a bit surreal getting into that suit. It's very, very hot.
Hot inside.
Very,
I
very
can imagine
hot.
the cowl.
Yeah, they put the bodysuit on first. You step into it and they zip it up at the back, and it pulls your shoulders back and sticks your chest out, and you feel a bit stupid, but no one kind of laughs. Everyone kind of looking at you in awe and saying, "Whoa, this looks great." And then they put the cowl on, and that's when the body temperature's instantly going up. You've got this kind of thick rubber cowl covering the whole of your head, and so before you've even moved, your body temperature's going up. And then they put the cape on, which for me personally was the heaviest part.
From the whole costume.
Yeah,
okay.
I noticed you've got a Batman figure down the end there, and I laughed when I looked at the cape because the cape's made from some very lightweight felt, and I laughed because it's the complete opposite to that. I remember it being very, very thick, heavy rubber.
Okay.
So all credit certainly to Richard, who spent many, many months, and Ben Affleck as well, of course, in the suit. Did a lot of his own stuff, and it's very hot, but obviously it's the adrenaline and the amazing feeling gets you through it.
Okay, I have in the exhibit, also hat den Batman gespielt und gesagt, das Kostüm ist unglaublich heiß gewesen, wenn man die Maske anlegt und das Cape ist extrem schwer. We have a mask there in the exhibit, but it's just a promotional mask. It's from my collection, and to be honest, I have tried it once on in front of the mirror. I can't tell it to my wife because I can't tell more because she's sitting here, and then she would think I'm crazy.
Sorry, can we just clear this up? Were you wearing just the mask or something else as well?
Just the mask.
Okay.
Nothing else.
We'll leave that to your imagination, yeah.
Also dort die Maske, die dort hinten ist, die habe ich mal angelegt. Also es sieht super aus, aber ich darf es nicht so laut sagen, meine Frau ist auch da und die würde nachher denken, ich habe Schaden. Charlotte, you have done the body double for Anne Hathaway in Alice Through the Looking Glass, Alice in Wonderland, the second movie.
Yeah, I did. So
did you have also like the dress and stuff?
Yeah, so I think
because they're amazing costumes.
The first day I went in, I had the fitting, and I think there was another girl, and I got the phone call, and they're like, "Oh, they want you to do it because you're height, but you also have small feet for your height, so that's perfect." So I got the call back, and the first day I went in for the body doubling, they said, "Okay, here's the dress. We'll get you in the makeup, all the other stuff." And they said, "You need to be really careful with it because Anne hasn't worn it yet." And I was like, So I walked around all day, just like not touching anything. I was like, "Don't go near me. I'm scared to like go to the top." I said, "If I ruin this dress, there's one of them."
Because, but that's cool. The costumes on set and the set itself should be amazing. Die ganzen Kostüme und die ganzen Sets ja mit sehr viel. Das sieht man auch in den Requisitenfilmen, sehr viel Liebe zum Detail gemacht, und da gibt es tonnenweise Leute, die daran arbeiten. Das ist etwas ganz Spezielles, und das macht auch einen Film aus, auch in dem Film, und nachher kommt gesagt, die Kosten, da denkt man zuerst gar nicht dran, aber man muss sich mal ein bisschen darauf achten. When I saw you came out of the plane, I thought, that's Anne Hathaway, that's perfect, so that's
Thank
good.
you, that's a great compliment, thank you.
Let's go to the topic Star Wars shortly. Star Wars is a huge franchise, huge movie, which the new one is coming out recently. So you have done some parts in the new Star Wars, Charlotte too?
Yeah, I had a couple of creatures in that one as well, both prosthetic makeups.
A lot, and this prosthetic makeups, they take a longer time to put on. Yeah,
they take a long time, and it's like a lot of care and a lot of precision goes into it, and the people that make them are absolutely phenomenal. Like once you've got it on, it's weird once you take it off because you're like, this is actually my skin instead of looking into the prosthetic. I was like, I look weird without this makeup on now.
When do you have to stand up for going on set for all the full makeups you have and masks?
I think it always just depends. If you've got like, bits on your back or your arms or things like that, then obviously you can't really be sitting in a chair because they need to be able to get to those areas to apply makeup. So it always depends. I think every makeup's very different, and I think just as much love and care goes into a lot of them, but a lot of them are, the more skin that there is exposed, the more time you're going to spend in the chair as a general rule.
Okay, but 2-3 o'clock in the morning is normal sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Yeah.
That's
There's always allowances made for that, so you'll be like okay, we need to get this scene done. Like Charlotte's been in since whichever time, we need to get her off set by this time. So, and they know you're there. It's not like you've just sat there in the background waiting to go on. There's always someone there like, oh, okay, we need to use Charlotte or like whichever of the creatures, because obviously you sit there in the makeup and the makeup needs touch-ups and we're going to the toilet and washing our hands and eating. So every time they do touch-ups and we want to go to the toilet, then it's a case if we go back on set, maybe we need more touch-ups, which takes like 20, 30 minutes. So
it has to be perfect.
It's a nightmare for them.
Ja, die Make-ups, aber gerade jetzt bei Star Wars zum Beispiel, die ganzen Figuren, von denen lebt ja auch Star Wars, das geht stundenlang, bis die stehen, oder? Für gewisse kurze Sequenzen. Und das ist 2 oder 3 in der Nacht muss man dort parat sein, dass man anfangen kann. Nach 6 Stunden kann man dann auf Set, oder? Und so lange tun sie ihm Sachen nachleben und anmöhlen und so. Das läuft so. Russell, if you have to decide to be, if someone comes and said, look, from now on you can be stuntman or you can be actor, would be a difficult decision maybe at the end.
Well, it's funny
or
because...
is it like a mix up from, can you do like something in the middle? Like,
Well, I'll say one thing about the difference between being there on set as an actor and being a stuntman. I'm one of 60,000 spotlight actors in the UK, but I'm one of 450 qualified stunt performers. Okay. So that gives you an idea of A, the level of competition, but also how difficult it is to become part of what I am on the British Stunt Register, which you should go and check out. Please Google British Stunt Register and have a look at some of the amazing performers that I work with, and some of the amazing stunt coordinators, some of the best in the world, working on the biggest movies. And for me personally, I love being on set. I love performing. Being there as an actor, delivering some dialogue, or being there as a stunt performer, doing a fight scene or you know, big action scene. Yeah, you know, they're both very rewarding in different ways, and they're both very challenging in different ways. And I love them both. I really do. Oh,
that's cool. Biggest action scene you remember, or you have done recently, or you will do? Is it something?
The thing that pops into my mind now, because it's pretty fresh and it's current. I worked on a film as a stunt performer for a coordinator called Ben Cook on a film called 1917.
1917.
It's a First World War movie. It's just come out. It's directed by Sam Mendes. Okay. And it was one of the most amazing jobs that I've had. It was all practical effects. The CGI was very, very limited. The cinematography on it was incredible. They did a one-shot take where the lead actor George McKay, who I must say I was extremely impressed with, great actor and a real trooper. He was really getting stuck in. He basically ran the whole distance of this trench from the beginning to the end. We had massive explosions. We had multiple stunt performers there who were taking reactions and hits from the explosions. We had 500 extras who were charging out of the trenches. The scale of it was massive, and it felt so real. It really did feel. Didn't see a bit of blue screen or green screen anywhere.
It felt real, huh?
All practical effects, and it was a real honour to be part of it. And this is out in the cinema now, so you should really go and see this. It's a fantastic movie, 1917.
1917, der Film, das ist ein bisschen wie eine Verbindung auch zu dem Abend heute. Der kommt, oder ist schon in den Kinos, der kommt in den Kinos, und dort sagt er, das ist die grösste Action-Szene, die er irgendwas gemacht hat. 500 Extras sind die Leute, die man dann nimmt vor Ort, um halt die ganzen Armeen zum Beispiel aufzustellen. Das ist auch in dem Film, wo man da sieht, ähnlich. Und dann hat es Schauspieler, Stuntmen und die Extras. Charlotte, if you have in mind one set which was amazing, which one would you choose? Ein Filmset, das sehr cool war von den Eindrücken her.
I think probably the yacht on Solo would be.
Solo?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Star Wars would be same with me. If we mention a little bit the TV shows, you have done movies, but you have also done TV shows both. You have done bits and parts in Game of Thrones. You have done some stuff in Vikings, but the stuff comes out in the future, next year. Tell us about this. Is it the difference to do a movie or a TV show, or is it for you the same? being in front of the camera, acting, doing stunts, or is it different? If you know that will be something for Netflix or that will something be for the huge screen?
Well, it's difficult kind of telling the difference now between some of these TV shows and the movies because, the Netflix and the Amazon Primes, a lot of their TV shows, I mean, they're big budget, and they feel like movies. With regards to Vikings, yes, I did some work on season 6. I think it's actually split into 2 sections, 10 episodes, which are currently playing now, and then part B, which will be another 10 episodes that will come either next year or possibly the year after. But yeah, I had a character called Bishop Aldorf, who was a warrior bishop.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was primarily an acting role, but it was a lot of physicality involved.
Okay.
So it was the ideal role for me. It was a mixture of kind of my acting ability and my stunt abilities as well. So to mix them both into the one role was great for me. And yeah, that'll be episodes 18 and 19 of season 6. So keep an eye out for those.
Will be available on Netflix, I think, or
I think
in
the
TV
current
shows.
I think the current season 6 is actually on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And also the History Channel.
Ah, cool.
So certainly in the UK anyway. So.
Also Vikings, die Fernsehshow, viele kennen die. Die neue Staffel müsst ihr schauen, dort ist er drin, der grössere Part. Charlotte, you have done some stuff on Game of Thrones. Is it for you? Is it for you a difference to do something for TV or to do something for a movie?
I think, again, obviously the part I did in Game of Thrones was very limited. It was just like a small featured part. They wanted a runway model to like walk in, which you actually can't see in the final cut, but anyway. Like Russell said, I think the budgets are getting so big, and it used to be a thing that you, you progress from film to TV, and then it's gone full circle again, and you see a lot of these A-list actors that have now gone on to Netflix and Amazon Prime, and it's movie quality, it's absolutely amazing. And I think the big thing to say is when you shoot a movie, you probably take, depending on the budget, a lot more takes of each one, whereas TV shows, normally, especially if the budget's low, it's very, very quick.
Quicker. Time is running on this
so
one. Yeah.
I'm not sure, they managed to balance that very well, still being very productive, but then the quality is still amazing as well. So I think that's going to be a lot of pressure on them to keep up that standard.
Okay, cool. Es gibt nicht so viele Unterschiede zwischen der TV-Produktion und einem grossen Film, aber es ist natürlich schon so, wie gesagt, ihr könnt auch Netflix, auch die ganzen Anbieter, die Shows, die sie machen, das kommt immer näher an Filme her. Oder? Die haben ähnliche Budget und wegen dem gibt es auch nicht einen grossen Unterschied. Ich glaube, früher hat es diesen Unterschied schon gegeben. Last question, Russell. You have acted too in a movie which is called The Gentleman, if I have it right in mind.
Yes, The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie gangster flick, is due out in the UK on the 1st of January. I think it might be everywhere else, rest of the world, on the 24th of January.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun to work on. I wasn't there for too long, but I had a lovely little part that I'm very proud of. And being such a fan of Guy Ritchie's previous work, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch particularly, I was really, really happy to get involved in that film. So yes, The Gentleman, keep an eye out for that, again, out very soon.
We will do that. The Gentleman ist ein Film, den er auch mitgespielt hat. Ich bin sicher, thank you very much, ich bin sicher, ihr werdet zwei noch in vielen Filmen gesehen. Russell hat mir erzählt, Charlotte hat mir ein bisschen erzählt, können wir jetzt hier nicht breitschlagen, für das fehlt auch ein bisschen Zeit. Aber habt das Auge offen und kommt in der Pause noch schnell vorbei, kann Autogramm und ich möchte auch unseren Cosplayer danken, im Chewbacca und im Captain Jack Sparrow, dass sie da sind heute oben und dann werden da in der Pause, machen Fotos, hängen da noch ein bisschen mit denen rum. And last question I would have, Russell, it's maybe a bit a private question, but I would like to know a little bit more about your family and some private stuff, not this public stuff we spoke now. Maybe some private, interesting, I don't know, about your girlfriend or something. I have seen her on 1 or 2 pics. She looks good. Yeah. Yeah. Would you mind if I would writing her some message? I know my wife is also here, but she Sie ist einverstanden. She would be agreed. Yeah, she said.
You want to know something about my girlfriend?
Yeah. I would like I would like to message her just
Yeah.
to because I know you. You know, I know you. I'm not want to make you angry, but I know you. I know you, Batman. But between friends, you and me.
Well, I can tell you something about my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Charlotte, please hold this.
Yeah. Interesting to know what. Thank you very much. That was it. Russell Balogh.
I tell you what, not many people have stayed on their feet from one of those punches.
Thank you very much. Russell Balogh, Charlotte Louise Baker,
Thank you very
cosplayers. Danke vielmals.
Thank you.
Schönen Abend. Merci vielmals. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.